Hello, my fellow fasting foodie friend, it's Jackie, and I'm super excited. This is a video I am making to do maybe one of many alternate day fasting entire month challenges. So I'm going to lay out for you exactly how I plan to do an alternate day fasting monthly challenge and tell you why I'm doing it. Before I get into the nitty gritty, I want to let you know that this video is sponsored by Element. I think this is a perfect video for them to sponsor because when I do alternate day fasting, my down days always has Element electrolytes in it. That's not something I did early on in my fasting journey, but once I incorporated it, I have literally never looked back. I love their product. I love working with the company, and I'm so grateful they're our sponsor. Element electrolytes are made with a science-backed formula of 1,000 milligrams sodium, 200 milligrams potassium, and 60 milligrams magnesium. That means that you are going to get refueled and rehydrated even on the longer fast. They have amazing flavors, but when I do a true down day and I don't consume anything, I make sure I stick with a clean fast of just coffee, just tea, or just water, so I mix it with one of those. My personal favorite is mixing it with iced tea.
Right now, Element is offering my listeners a free sample pack with any order. That's 8 single-serve packets free with any Element order. This is a great way to try all 8 flavors or to share Element with a salty friend. Get yours at drinkelement.com/fastingfoodie. That's DRINKLMNT.com/fastingfoodie.
Thank you so much to Element for sponsoring this video. So alternate day fasting is where you change what you're doing every other day, alternate day. In the past, I have employed this on a one-off basis where I would have one down day and one up day. When it worked for me, it tends to be about once a week. But I decided for the first time ever to try it every other day for an entire month. I'm doing this for a few reasons. One, I've been doing almost the same thing for almost 3 years. I really like it, but I just am curious how this is going to switch it up. I've done different trials over my fasting period. I've done a month of keto. I've done 75 hard, which isn't really diet-based, but fasting was part of that. And I just like to challenge myself. So my challenge is to do alternate day fasting for an entire month. I'm also really excited that I'm going to do these as a group effort. I have shared previously on a live that I was thinking about doing this, and so many of you chimed in that you're going to do it with me. So I'm really excited about that. The communal aspect is very exciting. It's encouraging, and honestly, it pushes you because had no one else chimed in and said they wanted to do it with me, would I really start it? I'm not sure, but having others that say, yeah, we're going to do it, really helps you to stick to your guns. Additionally, I really like having down days and up days. I use it more on a case-by-case basis when I'm going to implement it, but I'm curious if I'll like it as much if I do it on a more regimented schedule. So I'm excited for that and just to see how it goes. 1 month, I can do a lot of different things for an entire month without fatiguing or quitting. So I'm excited to see how this goes. If you're unfamiliar with a down day or an up day or what they are or why I do them, you can check out a playlist that's linked at the end of this video or in the pinned comment that's going to give you a breakdown of what a down day is, what an up day is, and why I include them. I've been at the same weight for most of my fasting journey. I lost about 30 to 35 pounds over the time I've been fasting, and I'm at a healthy weight. I can tell though that this winter I've put on just a little bit of like a winter fluff. I'm not at all concerned about it. I know it's there, and I don't weigh myself on a daily basis. So I'm kind of excited to get back on the scale, weigh myself. I am at the end of this going to share with you guys the results. I'm recording this for the first one for April 2023 is the first alternate day fasting challenge. But if I do more of these in the future, which I have a feeling it's going to be kind of an ongoing thing, we'll do one maybe once a season or a couple times a year. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes, how people like it, how I like it. And if I do it regularly, I'm going to point back to this video. So I'm not too time sensitive with what I'm sharing, but the first one is in April 2023. So every single time I do one of these, I will share with you the results. What happened? How did my weight change? Is this something that could maybe help someone break a plateau? And I don't really consider myself at a plateau, but I'm very open with my eating windows. I focus on getting 18 hours minimum. I generally eat 1 meal a day, but I don't really restrict sugars or carbs or what I'm eating in that time frame. I just enjoy my eating window. So I'm curious if alternate day fasting is going to help me to tighten things up, or having so many up days, is it going to be the other side of the pendulum, having so many up days is going to be too much eating for me. One of my biggest constraints with fasting is time, and that's how I think I can keep the weight off, is I spend most of my day fasting. Well, when I have so many up days, I'm going to have so many days where I have at least a 6-hour eating window. So bottom line, I'm curious, is it gonna, am I gonna lose weight? Am I gonna stay the same as my OMAD with a once a week up and down day, or am I going to gain weight? We'll see. I'm very open. No result is gonna upset me because I'm actually really confident and happy where I'm at in the fasting journey, and I feel really good with this fasting lifestyle that I know no matter what, if I add a little fluff in over the past winter, I know how to shed it. I know how to tighten up my windows, or I know that I could restrict not eating so many winter delicious pastries with hot coffee. I'm guilty of that this winter. I could tighten it up a little bit and truly tighten it up a little bit, but I'm not worried about it. I feel like I have the tools for success. So here is my alternate day fasting schedule. I meal plan Monday through Sunday. So I think of Mondays, the first day that I grocery shop, and then I plan through Sunday. So that's how I'm approaching my week, that's how I think of it. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I am not going to eat. Those are going to be my down days. Because I have Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, my down days, that means I then have Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays as up days. Down days, I am planning to eat 0 calories most days. I'm not going to do 500 calorie down days on those days simply for ease. It is so much easier to just not eat, to just have my beverages, to just enjoy the fast. I do enjoy 500 calorie meals. I can be creative with them. I can make a pretty voluminous meal, but to do it 3 times a week is a lot of time, is a lot of effort, and simply it'll just be easier for me to not eat. I'll get into that rhythm. Now, with that being said, will I feel like a failure if I have a 500 calorie meal or less? Absolutely not. I just am not going into it planning on doing the 500 calorie meals. It seems easier to approach it without the plan of eating, because what's easier, not eating or planning a 500 calorie meal? Not eating is much easier, actually. And I say that as someone who's built up their fasting muscle. Like, I'm good at longer fasts, so that's why it's easier. On those days, I will have coffee, water, iced tea, and Element. That's only the unflavored Element. And again, I will mix it with either coffee, water, tea. So those are the only 3 things I have. I can have everything from hot coffee, iced coffee, cold brew. I could do iced tea. You could do hot tea, but I don't like that, so I don't personally do it. Ice water, you can do hot water. Again, I don't like to drink that. Or my personal all-time favorite of all of these, sparkling water is like my treat at the end of the night. So those are all the beverages that I will consume on my down days, or even if I'm fasting on my up days. Up days, I am going to eat a minimum of 2 meals, and I am going to have at least a 6-hour eating window. Refeeding is a really important part of alternate day fasting. You don't want to have your up day be an OMAD. You don't want to restrict on those days. You really want to allow yourself refeed. It helps your body to not only have a change of pace, it kind of keeps it guessing, but it also lets it know you are not starving. The longer fast is rewarded with refeeding. So then your body's not going to freak out when you turn around and do another longer fast again. If you don't do the proper refeeding, it's going to hold on to everything and you're not going to tap into your fat stores. I'm not a scientist. I didn't make any of this up, but I've read Fast, Feast, Repeat. I've read a lot of other fasting books, and they're the ones that break this down for you. We talked about the down days. I plan to do no eating, just drinking. I plan to only drink coffee, water, tea, and Element. Unflavored Element. Then the up days, I'm going to have a minimum of a 6-hour eating window. I'm going to eat at least 2 meals. It's probably going to be lunch and dinner most days, unless I can talk a friend into meeting me for breakfast. I hope I get to do that at least once in this experiment. It's one of my favorite things, and it's definitely worth having an up day for. And then that leaves me with Sunday. What am I going to do on Sunday? Because I want to keep my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday standard, and I want to have my standard up days, my standard down days. It's going to make it easier for me and my meal plan and knowing what's going on. Also, I don't want to have a down day on the weekend. I just know that wouldn't work well for me and my family life. I'm going to have a standard OMAD on Sundays. I'm going to simply have my minimum 18-hour fast. It's going to be following an up day. I'm going to have my OMAD single meal of the day, whether that is just the meal itself, or if it's appetizer, entree, dessert, however I want to have my OMAD every Sunday, I'm open to my OMAD. So comment below, let me know if you're going to do this. I did make a community post on this, and every single time I do one of these, I will make a community post, but sometimes people want more information. They want to know, how can I find out more about a down day or an up day, or they like to have the audio explanation versus just the text. So that's why I made this video. I'm really excited to start this out. Again, the first one's April 2023, but I hope that this is shared multiple times as I continue to do alternate day fasting challenges, or if you take one on yourself. I want to know what you're going to do in the comments, and I'd love to know your results if you reply to yourself later on. I don't see every comment, but I would love to see yours if you want to share with me. The last thing I want to say about this is I am not encouraging anyone that doesn't feel confident in doing an alternate day fast to do this. This is only for people that are looking forward to it, that have the fasting muscle built up, that want to change, or they want to see how it's going to go. This is not something I am asking you to do. I am encouraging those that are curious and interested already to join us. It's more fun to do it as a group, but in no way am I ever saying that this has to be. There are so many different ways to do intermittent fasting, and if alternate day fasting doesn't appeal to you, that's fine. But I like it. So I'm excited to do it for a month and see what the results are. I will have a results video. I will be sharing my starting weight, my ending weight. I will be sharing what my hours were. So I mentioned I've done some other challenges in the past, and if you want to see my keto challenge where I went keto for an entire month, just for curiosity's sake, you can check out this video right here. Thank you so much for watching. Ciao, and ciao.